Hey, this is the intro. You can't swear for the first 30 seconds. Hello. Again. It's been really a good 6 months, I reckon, since we made a video, which is unlike us, and I apologise. There's been a lot of things happening around here. A lot of changes are happening. It's just been a little bit hectic. Just like every other workshop, sort of, it's been, you know, up and down in terms of work and all of those types of things. So just decided to knuckle down and sort of give YouTube a break for a little bit. And I know we were really consistent there, and then we said we were coming back and we're trying to do these things, and yeah, we kind of let you guys down a little bit, but we're back into filming again. We're gonna try and make...
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Come on, guys. I'm trying to film stuff. As you can see, my normal geniuses are still here. But what I was trying to say is we are definitely getting back into it. We're going to do one video a week with some reels and bits and pieces. All new things happening around the workshop, which I'll reveal at a later date. The whole image of the building's changing, uniforms changing, everything's changing. Quite an exciting time now. But we still want to be us and share everything for you guys as well. I'm going to do the normal YouTuber thing here is please subscribe to the channel. It would help us immensely. That helps me justify my stupid decisions to put things on the internet. But anyway, this is actually the intro for the footage that I've already filmed because I didn't do it. I'm a genius. I'm getting back into the habit of it, so I apologise. Updates for you. The NTR, or Newton Team Racing, Time Attack Focus, is finally all together as a unit. Had quite a few challenges with this car. The water system on this car has been challenging to figure out because it's not a traditional system. Water flow system on most cars is typically the water pump sucks fluid through. This one pushes, and because we didn't get all the accessories back with the engine, we just got effectively a long block, and there's not a lot of information about these 5-cylinder Volvo engines. We have had to try and map everything out from scratch, make fittings and so on and so forth, so the engine's kind of all together now. We're using a gritty oil filter relocation kit. We've redone all of the water line. We're teeing off the it's a bit messy because it's all supposed to be all bolted up and everything like that, but if we come down, we've got some nice AN fittings, dash 20 all the way down to dash 6 depending on what they're feeding. New gearbox cooler and mount down there. The pump for the quaif. Oil cooler's done. Made this expansion tank for it. There's nowhere else to put it. Everything's kind of packaged. We're waiting for Mr. Jeremiah to start wiring it now. We've put the Autosport connectors by the firewall, so that's all good to go. We've made a pretty tricky catch can setup because there's no space, and we also don't want the oil vapor going into the cabin because it's a race car and it's all pretty much open. So I designed this tricky catch can so the breather lines come across and sit into, there's a big air box here, so the vapor will get ingested. Any of that like vapor that you see normally coming off catch cans, it'll get ingested by the filter, but inside here, I know it looks kind of flat, but there's actually tubes that run up on an angle and they're perforated on one side, so as it pushes in, it'll go to the back of the tube, splat, vapor will drop down to the can, and then the rest of it will come out the line. So fuel system's done. I showed you guys that, but obviously custom hard race suspensions. Cooler got modified again to get a bigger throttle body. So again, like I said, mapping this all out has been quite tricky. Big Turbo Smart 60mm wastegate. So here goes out there, which is quite nice. The other radiator hose actually comes from the back of the engine, comes underneath the header down, and then comes up down there. Trust me when I say it does look actually all tidier when it's all secured up, but because the air box is off, and the alternator has been relocated from up here because there's no room anymore to down there. Hours and hours and hours of work on this stuff. Again, the false firewall and all that stuff's not in there at the moment. All the fuel systems all together now, big filters, the power steering unit's in and plumbed up. All the lines go underneath the car. We made this tricky I don't know whether you can see it, but here we've used the normal breather actually as the rollover valve channel. I'll sneak up in here if we can see it. There's a little aluminium box. If you can see it up there, so the rollover valve's actually all hidden up inside the car, so it doesn't permeate in there, but so it's got one of those, so that's all done. Plenty more I can go through, but that's sort of a rough overview of him. So he's waiting for wiring now. This one here, we originally put the engine together for this customer, but the wiring was a shambles. Jeremy hasn't finished yet. He's doing Haltech stuff, so we've taken out all of the crap wiring that was in here. He's still tidying up a few bits and pieces under the cluster. All new modern electronics now to go with the freshly built motor. Right, repaired motor. Now we redid the head. The cylinder head was completely destroyed. Found an EK4 head. It's all been ported. It's got new Ferrero 6000 valve guides, valve stem seals, all of that. It's finally got the engine loom it deserved. It's all going to work nicely. All the wires aren't red. Oil cooler used to be up where the battery went, doing 2 parts of FA, so that's been fixed. Shielded the radiator, new R8 coils, and yeah, just tidying up the wiring and just making it good. This car's going to go down to Christchurch when it's finished. We have actually made contact with the old tuner. He reckons that it did make 400 kilowatt on the old setup once upon a time. Gonna see whether it can actually do it. Last time we had it on the dyno, interference on the signal grounds, and we kept getting back EMF. Computer kept having a mirror and things like that, so instructed the customer that we wanted to change the wiring. He said that it wasn't within the budget, so he's then on-sold the car. But lucky for us, the customer who bought the car knows that we did the head on it and he wanted us to fix it. So it starts, it runs. Jeremy's just finishing up the last little bits of wiring, and that should be good to go. Old mate Matt just doing what Matt does.
Singing, maybe.
In his pink snap-on shirt and his pink bottle.
It's for breast cancer.
Beautiful blue F8 on the hoist at the moment. Brembo. I can't make the noise. What are you doing, Banana Man?
Air out of the tyres.
We charge for taking air out of tyres too. Yeah, Boost Blue FK8, pretty cool. It's quite quiet around here because Jeremy's just come back from being sick. The German's now not here. Harry Potter, Kelly's not here. Elias is not here. And Andrew is not here. So we're 4 people down today, which is really, really crap, but it is what it is. Oh, that's what I forgot to show you as well. The wing for the Ford is just sitting up. We had to make a little rack for it, so that's sitting there. He lives on here. It's looking pretty tough now, I reckon. Look who it is, for those of you who watched the Japan trip. Mr. Beat. Mr. Beat is here. He is all registered, warranted and insured in New Zealand. We drove him for 2,000 k's-ish around Japan. He's been with me from Shizuoka City all the way to Osaka, Osaka to northern Tokyo, and then back to Shizuoka. But loving it, having it here in New Zealand. Kind of bonded with it now. We've got a bit of history like this. We got some sweet as brew. Got some sweet as Bridgestone super wraps off Keisuke Nagashima himself. Restored them, painted them, and then got the sticker sets made in yellow to match the car because they're normally red. I think they look really, really good. We've dropped the Bilstone coilovers down a bit. Jay's Racing wheel, which is really, really nice touch in yellow, of course. Still the Jay's Racing knob that I fitted in Japan, but we fitted a little bit of an extension so it stops hitting my knee every time it goes into gear. I don't know whether you guys ever saw him on camera, but Balin, who used to work here, an engineering student doing some internship here, he 3D printed me this sweet little bracket for this Fusion stereo. It's a bit dusty in here. So he 3D printed me this. This is actually a boat stereo. Little catch can on it. And haven't really done much else. Still pretty sweet. Another exciting announcement since we last spoke. We have now entered a partnership with not only Jay's Racing, but we now have a partnership with Mugen. So we are going to be doing Mugen accessories and that kind of thing. So In March, I believe we're going to have an event here with some people from Mugen, so that should be quite cool. I'm going to be helping Isaac Aldrich over the D1 season by the looks, and yeah, there's plenty of stuff to come, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy these new videos. We're going to be doing them more vloggy style instead of, you know, I'm going to be filming it myself. I learned a lot of things in Japan on how to do them, so I'm going to be filming them myself, and then they'll just be professionally edited because I'll be shit at that. So, sort of like the update, we're back. I know this isn't a really exciting video to come back on, but it'd just be good to get some more videos out there and hang out with you guys some more. So, yeah. Tech stuff, mate.
Yeah, the fan's coming on. I don't know why.
Only fans?
Only fans coming on. I might do an update about
that. While you're here and actually doing some Helltech stuff, Mr. Jeremy, can you please explain to our lovely audience why the self-tuning function is not self-tuning?
Father's Day is on Sunday.
Like, I've seen people being like, oh, it's self-tuning ECU. You just put it on and learning and it just fixes itself.
You got to put in the right parameters for the ECU to know what the hell it's doing, and if you don't know what you're putting in or understand it, then you're not really quick tuning anything. You're
how about driving cars on, you know, like just banging a bass map in and just going for a drive? Is that a good idea?
It might get you started, but no, it's not a good idea. Smelt something or blow something or break something or die or flood something. I've seen too many new engines die because of a bass map.
You can't just bang in like a drop-down menu, just like out the door, see you later, cheer, bada. Is it going to get you winning races though, is what I'm asking?
No. Like for instance, you get a map started off one, and you see what it's doing, and then you adjust stuff. Hey, and it depends what you got. Sometimes if you've got all the right data, you can chuck it all in, and the base map's pretty close. But if you got like injectors that are unknown, and you got to figure out stuff and go from there, you know, get all your sensors in, it might start on fire. The computer's powerful enough to work a lot of stuff out itself in the background math, but you got to make sure the figures that are in there are pretty close, otherwise you're tuning a problem.
The unofficial answer is don't do it.
Don't take it to a professional.
Like Matt.
Yeah. No, I don't know how to tune.
I've seen you tricky tune heaps of stuff, bro.
Nah, mate. I'm just here to fit gearboxes and pull engines apart.
You just buy my other favourite is just buy an ECU off Trade Me or Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
just plug it into your car, it'll be fine. Yeah, so like, you know, you buy a Honda that's got a tune on it for a K24, pretty much the same as your K20. Yeah. Exactly the same.
Yeah, we'll run them up.
Yeah, just use it. Don't do that. Did this rich guy snap-on toolbox?
No, this is from a Temu. So this is a Temu with a snap-on sticker on.
What we haven't done, we have a new employee who you haven't met. His name is Uncle Roger.
Who's Uncle Roger?
Justin. Say hello, Uncle Roger.
Hello.
He owns that sweet FL5 outside.
The rice over.
Used to call it the Stormtrooper, but we called it the Chubby Panda. You know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. This one is running pretty much everything TPD, so it's quite cool with a Mugen body kit, raised wheels. Very nice.
It's nice.
Hey, it's Banana Guy.
I've got a coffee this time.
We are working on a JZX90, redoing the bushes and the rear subframe.
Apparently, I forgot to tell you that they were oil filled.
Yeah, so it kind of sprayed all over me when I drove into it, which was really, really nice.
What does 30-year-old bush oil taste like?
Doing bushes, doing the rear diff bushes, and we're doing a BC suspension install.
We've had to replace these guys. These ones, very, very common on a Chaser. Sorry, Mark II. I know you can't confuse though. We see these guys here. Need to get those ones out of there. We did a manual conversion on this a few months ago. Quite a nice OEM swap. Drive shaft loop necessary. Got a little front mount and a radiator and stuff. Pretty cool. Ka-chow. Got a 180 up there as well. 5-stud conversion and big turbo brakes. Kelly's in the middle of that. Kelly, why isn't this done yet?
Got other jobs I have to do at the same time, you know, so we're just juggling.
You're the Nissan guy, mate.
Yeah, juggling some 180s, 350s, Silvias.
This is kind of cool. When I can get this down, I'll show you this wagon in a bit more depth. George, as the customer calls it, George, the K24 McGregor. We have taken the leather seats out and we are in the process of trying to fit these up. These are some Alcantara ones, I believe, that were made by Race Tech. Anyway, sorry, they don't come with any mounting system. They're just fiberglass. And the chassis has already been drilled, so we have to make the seats fit the car, not the other way around. Made some sort of like round or half round pull throughs, which we're doubling up because we could only buy them in that size, so we're doubling them up so they're about 5-ish mil, which will sit in here with a pull through bolts that go down washers onto about a 50x5 plate, and then that'll allow us to pick up on the original floor pan bolt holes because we don't want to drill more. Yeah, see, they didn't need any help. Subframe's already in. 2 geniuses, 1 chaser. What are you doing, big fella?
You know, a bit of this, bit of that.
Been a long time since your pretty face has been on a camera.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to YouTube.
Compared to like a hand. Can we get $60 brake pads from parts supplies for these?
No. Yep, you can. That's why we're taking them back out, because they don't work.
How much does one of these weigh?
2.7 tons. Go bed them in. Hopefully our vibration's gone and this thing stops well.
Yeah.